being on a fire hydrant when I was fencing. True story. So part of what it took for me to get to the Olympics was actually designing moves that were going to work at the Olympics. I did not start out with a plan to innovate in the way that I fenced. It came to me through the process of going for it. So I think any good move, you have to design it first with a goal in mind. So I wanted to make the Olympics, which meant I had to beat Olympians. If my moves didn't beat Olympians, it wasn't a move for me. So I tried for a long time to use all the typical moves that people were using and tried to fence the way I was supposed to fence. And I found that I was losing every single time I was doing that. And finally, I started watching video of myself, and I noticed I had these sort of awkward moves that came out, like this one, where I'm actually hitting my opponent in the head, and my back leg is coming off the ground. And they would actually get really mad at me. Sometimes I would apologize to them. When I hit it with it, they'd be like, "This is not fencing. What are you doing?" And so, yeah, and imagine like you're apologizing for scoring a point. I felt really bad. Like, yeah, it does look really funny. But it was actually working for me. And so when I watched this video, the biggest change in my Olympic career was the day I went to this tournament and said, I am just going to do all of these moves that I know people are going to hate, but this is who I am. And I went from being a guy who was finishing in the 50s to being one of the top 10 fencers in the world and helping my team to get to the Olympics and then ultimately to win a medal. But it's all about, I think, embracing who you are, your strengths, and building your game around it. I was someone who always was working on what was wrong. And a big change for me as well was thinking about what I do well and then building around that move. I actually started practicing this move at practice. Drove my teammates crazy, but I tried to hone it as much as I could and then tried to build a whole game around it. Because there's no perfect move, right? There's no move that works every time in anything that you do, but there are winning moves, and you got to hone what you have to the best that you can and build your game around it. And that's what I was able to do.